we in Cleveland went on a magic carpet ride with Joe Flacco in 2023. Yeah. He came onto the team in late November, and the Browns were in the middle of a playoff chase, and he put up incredible numbers. Instant 300-yard passing games. They won 4 out of his 5 starts.
They traded for Kenny, so him.
It'll be Hey, I love Dylan Gabriel. I love Pickett. I love Flacco. It's going to be Shedeur.
Day one?
No, by week 8, Shedeur Sanders will be.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop whatever you're doing. The NFL just got flipped on its head because a rookie quarterback with a chip on his shoulder strutted into minicamp and set Cleveland and the entire league ablaze. This is not a drill. Shedeur Sanders just hijacked the Browns' playbook, rewrote the scouting reports, and left defensive coordinators around the NFL furiously searching for antacids. Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll believe, just like I do, that the Dawg Pound might have found its future alpha in a 5th-round steal.
I'm dialed into ESPN Cleveland, so I'm watching this. I don't know what the hell those DBs
16
are doing.
of 18.
Yeah, I think I only saw 1 interception from all the quarterbacks. I don't know what Denzel Ward and the boys are doing over there. But
remember the Snickers on draft weekend? The headlines screaming, Sanders slides. Critics couldn't tweet fast enough about his entitled body language and questionable pocket discipline. But instead of sulking, Shedeur tucked every snarky tweet into that already bulging chip on his shoulder and marched into Berea, Ohio with one mission: make believers out of doubters.
And then Shedeur puts some tape out there. It's not game tape, but it's practice tape. And every time you see the tape, it's him throwing a touchdown or a completion. That is what you see. I ain't seen too many incompletions and all that, but whatever you see and whatever you hear is about the young fella getting better.
Fast forward to day 3 of Browns minicamp, and the once noisy naysayers are pin drop silent. Why? Because the rookie just spent 3 straight practices ripping back shoulder lasers, feather touching bucket throws, and calling out blitz pickups like a 10-year vet. Coaches say the ball came out scorching, yet landed like a butterfly. Fans lining the fences kept screaming, "Did you see that angle? Yes, we did." And so did every rival defensive coordinator who suddenly wishes the Browns had passed.
He was elite Joe Flacco.
Finally, at the age of 39 or 38 at the time. Now he's 40. So not only do the fans remember that feeling, to me it was the greatest month in the Browns' expansion history. I mean, every game was fun. For the first time, they had a legit offense. That was fun.
The stats no one expected. Unofficial camp tracking has Sanders completing 87% of his competitive team reps in full pads under live rush pressure. For perspective, even established starters average low ADS in non-contact sessions. And when the Browns cranked up the 2-minute drill chaos, Sanders went 5 for 5, including a 35-yard corner shot to Elijah Moore that actually had teammates whipping mid-route. The most jaw-dropping note? 0 turnovers. Not a tipped INT, not a strip sack. Nothing. That's the same quarterback who absorbed 90-plus sacks over 2 seasons at Colorado, and critics said he never plays on time. Today, his internal clock looks synced to an atomic watch, and pass rushers are the ones late to the party.
He is also a physical freak. I compare him to Nolan Ryan. He'll be throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs well into his 40s. He still has an elite arm.
Browns QB room in turmoil. Deshaun Watson's Achilles rehab still clouds his Week 1 availability, so the organization signed veteran Joe Flacco, traded for Kenny Pickett, drafted Dylan Gabriel, and grabbed Sanders in round 5. Sounds comforting until the rookie just drop-kicked the depth chart. Joe Flacco may provide textbook footwork demonstrations, but his arm won't generate highlight reels on TikTok. Kenny Pickett? Fans respect the moxie, but in back-to-back situational drills, Pickett sailed a drag route and nearly decapitated a photographer. Dylan Gabriel flashed decent touch, yet struggled to thread between linebackers when the Browns switched to Tampa 2 shells. Meanwhile, Sanders, thread after thread after thread. Coaches went from polite applause to chest bumping by day 3. Local beat writers report that receivers now request reps with Sanders because his timing feels effortless.
Yeah, I say yes because, Brian, the last 2 years they have started 9 different quarterbacks.
It's inevitable.
Yes, 4 last year and 5 the year before. They made the playoffs, but
League-wide shockwaves. It didn't take long for footage to leak. High-angle practice cams capturing Sanders uncorking a crossbody 50-yard rope that landed perfectly over the wrong shoulder, only because he anticipated the DB's hip flip. The clip went viral overnight. NFL Network analysts spent an entire segment debating whether the throw was Mahomes-esque or merely Rodgers-light. ESPN's Mina Kimes tweeted a single fire emoji, followed by pick, and they got him at pick 144. Rival GMs privately muttered that their scouting departments overthought his evaluation. One unnamed AFC exec told The Athletic he's launching a full audit of their psychological interview weighting after watching Sanders slice and dice. Suddenly, that fifth-round lottery ticket looks like he borrowed Superman's cape, and every franchise that passed is scrambling to spin narratives. The hidden off-season grind sources close to the Sanders camp reveal a militaristic off-season routine. Footwork boot camp with 49ers legend Jeff Garcia, 4 a.m. beach sand ladders, ankle strength resistance bands, and 500 dropbacks day. Vision training using VR simulations of disguised cover 6 looks designed by ex-Seahawks DC Chris Richard Rest Day Film Labs, where Shedeur dissected the entire Browns playbook before it was installed. Word is he was finishing Watson's sentences in QB meetings by May. That's how you exile the entitled label and replace it with obsessed. And that obsession showed every time the ball left his hand this week. Veteran left tackle Jedrick Wills Jr. admitted, "I felt the huddle vibe change the moment Dew called the play." That's huge. Offensive linemen are human lie detectors. They know when a quarterback's aura is real or manufactured. Even defensive captain Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah begrudgingly praised Sanders, saying, "The kid's cadence got me twice in a single series. For a rookie to bait a Pro Bowl linebacker on a hard count, that's next-level savvy. Is the starting job in play?" Head coach Kevin Stefanski keeps parroting competition breeds excellence, but insiders leak that privately the staff is aligning first-team install packages around 3 quarterbacks. Watson, then Pickett. Translation, the rookie is already in the conversation. Scenario planning boards reportedly feature Option A, Watson features plus Sanders, backup/change of pace. Option B, Sanders starts week 1, Pickett backs up, Watson on pup. Option C, 3 QB carousel until the bye. Ride the hot hand, spoiler, that hand's wearing a no 12 practice jersey. It's only June, but August joint practices versus the Lions now feel like pay-per-view events. How the offense morphs around him with Sanders, the Browns suddenly unlock. Vertical play action bombs pairing Nick Chubb's downhill menace with Sanders' flick-of-the-wrist deep ball. RPO quicks, perfect for feed-me-early touches to Amari Cooper, then pivot to posts when safeties cheat. Spread option lookoffs, courtesy of that VR vision training. He stares down the flat defender, then snap fades to a backside seam. Designed bootlegs. Shedeur's underrated wheels erase half the field for simpler reads and knife-sharp throws on the move. Essentially, he gives Cleveland a high-variance, high-voltage offense, something the Dawg Pound hasn't cheered for since the Bernie Kosar days.
Mostly the Shedeur fans, but overall people say, well, you got these 2 rookies, you got to find out about them before the end of the year. I say baloney. They're on 4-year contracts. What's the rush, you know? Yeah. They have 2 first-round picks now in the 2026 draft as a result of trading.
The Madden Factor and Brand Power Boom rumor says Sanders will debut with a 67 overall in Madden 26. Fans erupted. How is rookie backup rated higher, but if EA Sports values live can't buzz, that number might skyrocket before release? Meanwhile, his jersey already ranks top 10 in rookie sales, outrageous for a day 3 pick. Corporate Cleveland's phone lines are blazing with endorsement inquiries, and sources inside the Browns' marketing department are scrambling to secure supply chains for what they expect to be the hottest rookie jersey since Baker Mayfield in 2018. What still needs work, let's pump the brakes just a little. Minicamp isn't NFL Sundays. There's no disguised Belichick pressure look or Micah Parsons heat missile coming off the edge. Areas to monitor. Pocket escape consistency. He sometimes drifts instead of climbing. Against an NFL edge, that's a 6-yard loss waiting to happen. Midfield windows. College hashes are wider. In the pros, linebackers close those bang-bang dig routes fast. Check down habit. The hero throw is sexy, but a boring 3-yard swing can be the right call. Ask any rookie. The learning curve is ever steep. The difference? Sanders looks wired for that climb. What it means for the AFC North? Arms race. The division already features Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Kenny Pickett, Steelers. But imagine a breakout Sanders slinging bombs in Dawg Pound weather. Suddenly, the Browns aren't chasing, they're forcing everyone else to keep pace. Steelers could face a Pickett versus Sanders Irony Bowl twice a year. Ravens might shift cornerback draft priorities if Shedeur becomes the division's next big play artist. Bengals Burrow to chase shootouts could turn into 35-34 thrillers instead of defensive slugfests. That ripple shapes offseason strategies for years. A star is igniting. Will Cleveland let it burn bright? Every season, one storyline leaps from interesting to inescapable. This year, the sob story will lead it to devastating cliffhangers and a rejection by Joe Bucky that might shape the season's interesting front office so that the Dolphins division will be second best. This year is the fifth-round rookie lighting up minicamp highlight reels and hijacking national headlines in June. The Browns can either ride the lightning or risk shocking themselves by sticking to the safe plan. If Sanders keeps stacking error-free, high-energy practices into training camp and backs it up in preseason live fire, there's a non-zero chance he trots onto the field week 1 as the NFL's most talked about rookie starter. And if that happens, well, NFL loses its mind. Won't just be a catchy YouTube title, it'll be the official statement of every Sunday night post-game show. Drop your hottest prediction in the comments. Does Shedeur start week 1? Does he steal Offensive Rookie of the Year before Halloween? Is Cleveland finally ready to howl atop the AFC North? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell, because trust me, this roller coaster is just leaving the station, and you do not want to miss the next drop.